Dear students, today's concept is Werner theory. This is class 12 or severe intermediate concept in coordination chemistry. So, Werner, he is father of coordination chemistry. The father of coordination chemistry or complex compounds. Chemistry of complex compounds. So, he gave two valences to the central atom present in the complex compound. Two valences. First one is primary valency and second one is secondary valency. So, the complex compounds are formed by transition metal ions. All transition metal ions forms complex compounds. Depending upon the orientation of ligands around the central atom in space, different complex compounds gets different shapes. So, according to Werner theory, he introduced or he proposed two valences. He proposed two valences for central metal ion in the complex compound or in the complex or coordination compound. First one is primary valency and second one is secondary valency. Primary valency and secondary valency. So the primary valency of the central atom shows the oxidation, represents the oxidation state of central atom. It gives the oxidation state of central atom. And the secondary valency, this is a coordination number. Coordination number of central atom. Coordination number of central atom. Coordination number is nothing but the number of ligands around the central atom is known as coordination number. In the case of monodendrite ligands, or the number of coordinate covalent bonds around the central atom is also known as coordination number. So, in complex compounds, the coordination number of central metal atom represents the secondary valency, and oxidation state of central atom represents primary valency. And the second point is the primary valency is ionizable valency. This is ionizable valency and non-directional. Ionizable and non-directional. That means second point in secondary valency is this is non-ionizable and directional. Secondary valency is non-ionizable and directional. The third point is, that means according to this point, ionizable, non-directional, non-ionizable and directional. According to this point, the complex compounds contains ionic bonds as well as coordinate covalent bonds. There are two types of bonds are present in complex compounds, ionic bonds and coordinate covalent bonds. And next one, third one is, so second one is ionizable and non-directional, and for secondary valency it is non-ionizable and directional. The third point is the primary valency is satisfied by, it is satisfied by anions only. Anions, these are negative ligands, anions only. But in the case of secondary valency, is satisfied by anions, negative ligands, or neutral ligands, or sometimes very rarely cations. These are positive ligands. Satisfied by anions or neutral ligands, negative ligands or neutral ligands or positive ligands. So this is a third point in the case of primary valence and secondary valence. And the fourth point is this is represented by, it is represented by dotted line, and secondary valency is represented by solid line. Represented by dotted line and represented by solid line. So these are the main points you have to learn before entering into this concept. So what is Werner theory? He proposed two valencies for central metal ion. The central metal ion, which is nothing but a transition element. The central metal ion, these are transition elements. So transition elements forms complex compounds. He suggested that each and every central metal ion in the complex compound shows two types of valencies. First one is primary valence and second one is secondary valence. So on the basis of primary valence, we can calculate it represents the oxidation state of the central atom, and secondary valence, which represents the coordination number of a central atom. And second point is primary valence is ionizable and non-directional. Secondary valence is non-ionizable and directional. Third point, in primary valence it is satisfied by only anions. Those are negative ligands. In the case of secondary valency, these are satisfied by anions or negative ligands, and neutral ligands or cations, positive ligands, represented by dotted line and represented by solid line. So, next point you have to know in Werner theory is depending upon the orientation of ligands around the central atom in space, each and every complex compound contains different shapes. On the basis of orientation of ligands, complex compounds gets different. Complex compounds gets a different geometries or different shapes. The shape of the complex compound depending upon the orientation of the ligand around the central atom. Orientation of ligand around the central atom in complex compounds gets different shapes. So next point is some of the ligands show both primary and secondary valencies. Primary and secondary valencies. Some of ligands in the complex compounds show both primary and secondary valencies. These are the main points in Werner theory you have to learn. So let us see some examples. Let us see the complex cobalt complexes. All cobalt complexes are octahedral in shape. Let us see, for example, cobalt complexes. Cobalt complexes. All cobalt complexes are in octahedral shape. So let us see the number of primary valencies, secondary valencies, and number of ionizable ions present in the complex compound. First example 1. CO NH3 6 times Cl3. The name of this complex is hexammine cobalt 3 chloride. This is hexammine cobalt 3 chloride. The color of the complex is yellow in color. The aqueous solution, complex compounds are exist in solid state as well as in solution state. Aqueous solution which contains CO NH3 6 times 3 plus 3 Cl minus ions. 1 mole of hexammine cobalt 3 chloride in aqueous solution gives 1 mole CONH 6 times 3 plus hexammine cobalt 3 cation and 3 moles of chloride ions. The total number of ions, 4 ions are obtained when 1 hexammine cobalt 3 chloride in aqueous solution. 1 molecule of this complex compound gives how many ions in aqueous solution? 4 ions in aqueous solution. So let us see the structure of hexammine cobalt 3 chloride. All cobalt complexes are in octahedral shape. So this is a octahedral shape. Cobalt contains 6 ligands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are NH3 ligands. These are neutral ligands, NH3, 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 and NH3. These are coordinate covalent bonds. There is 6 coordinate covalent bonds around the cobalt. So the secondary valence is exhibited by only NH3 neutral ligands. The coordination number is equal to 6. Number of secondary valencies is equal to 6 because it is octahedral shape. The NH3 only shows the secondary valence and remaining 3 they shows primary valency. The number of primary valency groups are negative ligands are 3. Number of primary valencies is equal to 3. Those are exhibited by Cl minus 7. Number of primary valencies is equal to 3. 3 Cl minus ions. Here primary valence is exhibited by Cl minus ions and secondary valence is exhibited by neutral ligand NH3. The next one is calculation. This is primary valency. There is 3 Cl minus ions are there. The oxidation state of central atom is +3. The primary valency shows the oxidation state of the complex oxidation 3. Next one. Number of silver nitrate, number of moles of silver nitrate reacts with this complex compound is. So here you have to remember if halogens are present, halogens are present in complex compound. The number of halogens are negative ligands Cl minus or Br minus or I minus exhibits primary valency we can find out by using the reagent silver nitrate. Number of halogens are present in complex compound are identified are identified by AgNO3 solution. Halogens are which are present in primary valency, which are present in primary valency. They exhibits the number of nitrate solution. So let us see. 1 mole of silver nitrate AgNO3 gives 1 mole of AgCl. That means in the case of this complex compound, there is a 3 Cl minus ions. So 3 moles of Cl minus ions are there. If you add silver nitrate to this complex compound, aqueous complex compound, 3 moles of AgNO3 is required, which produces 3 moles of AgCl. That means the number of Cl minus ions are present in the aqueous solution of the complex compound is based on the number of moles of silver chloride is formed when the complex compound reacts with the silver nitrate solution. So in this case, 3 moles of silver nitrate solution is required. That is 3 moles of AgCl is formed. So based on the number of moles of silver chloride or based on the number of moles of AgNO3 involved in the reaction represents the primary valency of the complex compound. So here 3 moles of silver chloride is formed when it reacts with 3 moles of AgNO3. So the negative chloro Cl minus ions are linked to the central atom by primary valency. So number of primary valence is 3. All are negative ligands Cl minus ions. Clear? CO NH3 5 times Cl Cl2. Calculate the oxidation state. This is X. 5 neutral ligands 0. Cl minus minus 1 is equal to plus 2 is equal to plus 2. X is equal to plus 3. Clear? So now in this case, second example, in this case, aqueous solution contains CO NH3 5 times Cl 2 plus 2Cl minus. Now calculate the oxidation state, that is minus 1 plus 0 plus X is equal to plus 2, minus 1 plus 2 is equal, plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. The oxidation state of a cobalt is equal to 3. Let us consider oxidation state of a cobalt is equal to X plus 5 into 0 minus 1 is equal to plus 2, X is equal to plus 2 plus 1, that is equal to plus 3. So in this case, 1 molecule of pentaamine chlorocobalt 3 chloride. Pentaamine chlorocobalt 3 chloride gives 1 plus 2. How many ions? 3 ions are produced. 3 ions are produced. There are 3 ions are produced. So in which number of moles of AgNO3 required. AgNO3 required is equal to, here 2 Cl minus ligands linked with the primary valency. 2 Cl minus ions are in aqueous solution. 2 moles of AgNO3 is required, which produces 2 moles of silver chloride. On the basis of this point, we can conclude that the number of negative ligands Cl minus ligands which shows primary valence in this complex is equal to 2. In the complex is equal to 2. Next point. One Cl minus ligand or chloroligand shows both primary and secondary valences. Primary and secondary valences. Already discussed some of the ligands in the complex compound shows both primary and secondary valences, and 2 Cl minus ligands show only primary valency. 5 NH3 ligands show only secondary valency. Which are the following in the complex compound CO NH3 5 times Cl2 shows only secondary valency, the NH3. So the 5 coordinate covalent bonds by 5 NH3 ligands and 1 with chlorine. So let us see the structural form of CO NH3 5 times Cl. This is also cobalt complex, which is also in octahedral shape. Which is also in octahedral shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 NH3 ligands shows only secondary valency. 1 Cl shows both primary and secondary valency. 2 chloroligands shows primary valence. This is about 5 CO NH3 5 times Cl2, which is in purple color. This is in purple color. So, in objectives, the number of moles of ions are formed when 1 mole of purple colored pentamine chloro cobalt 3 chloride gives how many moles? 3 moles of ions, in which 2 Cl minus ions are present in the aqueous solution, which gives 2 moles of AgCl with 2 moles of AgNO3 solution. And next one is third point. Next one. CO NH3 4 times Cl2Cl, which is in green color. Okay. The aqueous solution which produces CO NH3 4 times Cl2 plus Cl minus. Number of ions produced are 2 moles from 1 mole of CONH3 4 times Cl2Cl. Let us see the structural structure. There are NH3, and NH3. 4 NH3 ligands linked with secondary valency. 2 Cl ligands linked with primary and both primary and secondary valency. 1 Cl chloroligand linked with only primary valency. So you have to remember 1 Cl minus or 1 chloroligand one chloroligand shows only primary valence. Only primary valence. Two chloroligands shows both primary and secondary valence. Primary and secondary valence. So number of coordinate covalent bonds around the central atom constant 2. So the secondary valence is equal to 6. So here number of moles of AgNO3 reacted are required. Number of moles of AgNO3 solution required. Solution required. So let us see the reaction. Only 1 mole of Cl minus ions are there. So 1 mole of AgNO3 is reacted. So it gives 1 mole of AgCl. So number of moles of AgNO3 solution required is equal to 1, and number of moles of silver chloride AgCl form, precipitate is formed, is equal to 1. So on the basis of this reaction with the silver nitrate, only 1 mole of AgCl is formed, or 1 mole of AgNO3 is reacted with this complex compound. That means it reveals that only 1 mole of Cl minus ions are present in the aqueous solution. CO NH3 4 times Cl2 Cl. This is in violet color. CO NH3 4 times Cl2 plus Cl minus. Here also how many ions are produced? 2 ions from violet to 1 mole of this complex compound. Let us see the structural accept or structure of this complex compound. NH3, 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 NH3. So here also 2 chloroligands. 2 chloroligands shows both primary and secondary valencies. Second point, 1 chloroligand, negative ligand, the name of the negative ligand ends in O. 1 chloroligand show only primary valency, and remaining 4 NH3 ligands shows only secondary valency. Next, number of moles of AgNO3 required. AgNO3 required is equal to 1 mole of Cl minus ions are produced in this aqueous solution. So it reacts with the complex compound reacts with only 1 mole of AgNO3 and produces number of moles of AgCl formed is AgCl formed is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. This is 1. So one more complex compound is there, that is CONH3 thrice Cl. CONH3 thrice Cl. NH3 thrice Cl3. Yes. No ions. CO NH3 Cl NH3 Cl NH3 Cl. all chloroligands shows both primary and secondary valencies. So there is no ions produced in the aqueous solution of triamine trichlorocobalt 3. So no ions are observed. This is about Werner theory. You have to remember these points. It does not explain the electronic configuration of the central atom in the formation of complex compound. Does not relate to electronic configuration of metal defects. First one does not relate to electronic configuration of central metal atom. Electronic configuration of central metal atom with the formation of complex. Second one, it does not explain the colors of the complex compound and magnetic behavior. Does not explain colors of complex compounds. And third one, does not explain magnetic behavior of complex compounds. So these three are main drawbacks in Werner's theory. These here main drawbacks are defects in when excess of AgNO3 solution is added to AgNO3 solution is added to a complex compound C0.1 molar COCl3XNH3. When excess of AgNO3 solution is added to 0.1 molar COCl3XNH3, then 28.7 grams of silver chloride is formed. What is X? A number of primary valencies and number of secondary valencies. What is X? First one. Number of primary valencies. Second one. Number of secondary valencies. These three are questions. So let us see. Here the concentration of complex compound is given, and also the weight of AgCl is found. The weight of precipitate is given. So all cobalt complexes are octahedral complexes. So 0.1 molar COCl3 NH3 reacts with excess of AgNO3, which gives 28.7 grams of AgCl is formed. So based on this hint, we can calculate the number of moles of AgCl is formed. So number of moles of AgCl formed is equal to weight by molecular weight. 28.7 by molecular weight is equal to 143.5. 143.5. Nearly, which is approximately is equal to 0.2 moles. 0.2 moles. So from the given problem, 0.1 mole of COCl3 Cl3XNH3 gives 0.2 moles of AgCl. What about for 1 mole of COCH3? 1 mole of COCl3XNH3. So 0.1, 0.2. 1 mole gives 2 moles of AgCl. That means 1 mole the complex compound gives 2 moles of AgCl with AgNO3. That means 2 chloroligands shows primary valency. That means CONH3X times Cl, 2 chloroligands shows primary valency. So all cobalt complexes are octahedral. That means each and every cobalt central atom surrounded by 6 ligands, 1 chloro and remaining 5 are NH3. So X is equal to 5. This is 1. Because all cobalt complexes are octahedral. Octahedral means there is 6 ligands around cobalt atom. So 1 is chloro, remaining 6 minus 1 is equal to 5, remaining 5 ligands are NH3. So X is equal to 5. Number of primary valencies exhibited by chlorine. Only primary valence exhibited by chlorine chloroligands are 2. 2Cl minus. Both primary and secondary valencies exhibited by chloroligands is equal to only 1, and only secondary valency is exhibited by NH3. There is 5 NH3 ligands. Clear? So first you have to calculate the number of moles of AgCl is formed from this particular complex compound. Here AgNO3 solution is used. Already discussed. If AgNO3 solution is added to the complex compound, definitely which contains halogen atoms or haloligands, already given 28.7 grams of AgCl is formed. So the number of moles of AgCl calculated first. Based upon the number of moles of AgCl, 0.2 moles, which is obtained from 0.1 mole. So 0.1 mole of this complex compound gives 0.2 moles of AgCl. What about 1 mole? 1 mole of complex compound gives 2 moles of AgCl. That means this complex compound releases 2 moles of C2Cl minus in the aqueous solution. So cobalt complexes are all in octahedral shape. So each and every cobalt linked in this complex is 5 NH3 ligands and 1 chloroligand. Remaining chloroligands satisfies only primary valency. Thank you.